Brooklyn Chef Danielle. Today's guest is
Toni Steelz.
Toni Steelz on the ones and twos, y'all. She not like, a DJ.
Nah,
but she's definitely in the music. Definitely in the music industry, and she's a fellow Brooklyn native like myself.
That's right, Brooklyn all day.
That's right, Brooklyn stand up.
That's right.
And the reason why I had you on here was because I had the opportunity to see you perform years ago. I want to say like 7 years ago.
Wow, was that long?
Like 5, 7 years ago at
possible.
Manny's.
At Manny's on 92nd or something.
In Manhattan. And when I saw you, I was like, oh, because you were a woman, and I always see men perform. I'll be like, oh yeah, whatever. But when you came, I was like, okay, let me pay attention to what's going on.
I remember.
And I actually went up to the front and I was like, yeah, let me see it. And I was really impressed because you were so much different than what was actually out there. You didn't conform to what everybody else was doing, so you stayed authentic and true to yourself, which was great. But even though I didn't know you then, I knew that you were different because you were dressed different. You didn't have the, you didn't have, you just came like, yeah, I'm okay, it's about my lyrics.
That's right.
It's about that beat and my lyrics. It's not about what I'm wearing and all that other stuff. So,
absolutely.
Excuse me. So I really commend you for staying true to yourself and true to the game.
Thank you.
Because this is where it all started. A lot of people don't know. I used to rap. Me and my sister used to rap together years ago.
What was your name?
Sister.
Sister. I ain't even that.
Yeah, so it was like, oh, sister. Okay, we can be sister too, And we used to, my mom was our manager. We used to be in all little local shows, and we, even went out to this big show in Jersey. They had this big hip hop thing, and we were on stage, and we jumped off the stage, and people was going crazy and nuts. We thought we was like the next Salt and Pepper, right? So, but we went off to do other things, and when I saw you, I said, oh wow, because music is definitely my first love. I said, oh my God, let me connect with you. So we connected on social media, and I've been following you and listening to your songs. I'm like, oh my God, really and truly impressed with what you do, and you're in a web series, acting as well. So you well-rounded, doing your thing. Brooklyn, hello Brooklyn, stand up.
You already know.
And I was like, wow, she is really doing big things. But
absolutely,
the thing I love is that I never see you half dressed, like a lot, and nothing wrong. I mean, if that's your thing, rock out with it. But I've been around when rap first started, so we didn't start off as women. We didn't start off like that.
Right, absolutely.
Excuse me. It was already hard for women to be in the game, to even get in the game,
and be respected like that.
Right,
being in the game.
Right. So when we started taking off clothes, it was like, how are we gonna stay gapped? We work so hard to gain this respect. Yeah. We want to keep it and maintain it, and it's hard to do that when you're, you're sexualized. You're being sexualized, and you're exploiting your own self. Nobody's.
And I guess that's where some women feel that's where their power is. If they do it themselves, can't nobody, bring them down or whatever the case may be. But me, I just feel differently. I'm a B girl at the end of the day. My tagline, your favorite hood chick. I be in the hood. I rock with a lot of people in the hood. Did a lot of hood stuff. Right. And I'm a B girl at the end of the day. So rap for me was always about being fly. It wasn't about being sexy. It was about being fly. So, I stick to, the whole fly thing, I'm a B girl from Brooklyn, I stay fly and just keep it fresh like that, I've never had to take off my clothes to get a dude, so I don't think I need to do that now, and I'm not going to let the world influence me to do that because, I'm not I don't get influenced, I don't get impressed easily, so I always walk to the beat of my own drum.
I know. I'm just watching you on on social media, I know that's how you are. You don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You worry about you and you stay in your own lane and you do your own thing.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things I love about you. And it's just like when like I said, when I went to Reverb Nation and I listened to your tracks, I was like, oh my God. I was like listening to them like I was on a bus. I'm like, yeah, this is so dope. And to bring that style of music that really never went out of style. It never went away. It's just that people they gravitated to something else, but people always come back to that.
Absolutely, because that's the grassroots.
Right.
You know, that's the foundation. You can't run away from that for too long. You know, like we run away from tradition, but you find yourself as you get older going right back to what you learned or what you were taught or what you know. You know, so it's but so long you can run away from it.
Yeah, you always got to go back home. Yeah. You always got to go back home. So. Home for us as female rapper. Well, I say us like I still rap. But home for female rappers was that. Was the MC Lights and the Moni Loves and the Yo-Yos.
And the Yo-Yos, Queen Latifah,
Lady Rage, Bahamadia,
so
all
many
of them.
Different
Yes.
lyrical. You had those that just made songs for us to dance to. You could shake our butts to. You know. So you had such a variety of music, and now it's so limited. And the content is all the same. There's, nobody's talking about nothing different outside of the box. I'm a grown woman, at the end of the day. And I don't want to talk about stuff that I did in my 20s, I'm telling my age. But stuff that I did in my 20s, I don't want to talk about that. You know, that's been there, done that. Right now, I'm living a whole nother life. So, the things that I go through as a woman, these are things that I want to talk about.
Right.
And I don't think it's talked about enough.
Yeah, we don't have those empowering songs like we had years ago.
Right.
Like you said, we had the dance tracks, empowerment.
We had so much.
Yes, we had a whole basket full of stuff that we could eat from.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Because music is food.
Yeah,
it's food.
It definitely has a very strong correlation to one another. So when I hear, from the music from years ago, like we said, we had the Salt and Peppers, and they had the Shoot song, and they had Push It, and they had all, and then you had the Bahamadia that made you think and conscious, and then you had like Queen Latifah with UNITY. When she came out with that, it was like, what? It was like, we as women was like walking around like
we was proud.
That's
right. We were calling it.
Yeah, exactly. And we was walking around and we was empowered. And
something changed. I don't know what happened. Something changed. Something changed. I guess it's a different generation of women that's coming up in a different way, different beliefs. So their noise gravitated to those men. And those men made it big, because of course this industry is run by men for the most part, majority men, and their voices are much bigger than ours. So they take that small percentage, like, we're gonna take you and do what we need to do with you, and you're gonna be the voice of this, and then we get this larger population of young ladies that's growing up. Now this is what they know and what they see. We need a balance.
Yeah,
we need a balance.
We need that basket. Yeah. We need the whole fruit basket
absolutely.
of different varieties of
absolutely.
Women.
Back then I remember, having a group of friends, and all of us were different, and that was fine. Now you have groups of friends, but they're all the same.
Cookie cutters.
Yeah, and it's like, do y'all not, what are y'all getting from each other? Like, what,
Right.
So, it's crazy. We just need that balance, that variety.
We definitely do.
Yeah, and this is an influential world. People get influenced fast, especially by celebrity and what celebrity is doing. This is what people follow.
Right.
So it's important to have those different images out there where people are comfortable being who they are because they see somebody else is being who they are. Instead of just trying to follow what's popular.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people are doing now, is following what's popular.
Yeah, because, we all know that Moni Love was Moni, MC Light was her,
right.
and,
And shouts to them because they're coming back. You got Antoinette, who's coming back. You remember Antoinette?
Yeah.
She's coming back. So shouts to the ladies.
Yeah. Shout out to Roxanne Shantae for her thing on Netflix, girl. Go ahead, get your bad stuff. And she was another one. You know, everybody had their own thing that they was doing, and they had their own dish that they was bringing to the table.
I liked that it was a sisterhood thing too, you know, and we didn't have to scream sisterhood. You know, it
was an unspoken camaraderie amongst each other.
Right.
And that's what it was. It was we didn't have to, you know, wear T-shirts. We didn't have to have a march.
Right.
It was just that we was all individuals, but we was all
together.
Yeah. But I actually, you know, loved that whole era.
Me too.
Because it was so much. Because even like you had like even with the men, you had De La Soul, and then you had
so much variety. It's so true. It's so true.
And what's the group that they was Das Effects. You had Das Effects, and you had Leaders of the New School. You had
Schnicken,
Class.
You had
Lords of the Underground. You had everybody, and they were bringing their own thing to the table.
Yeah,
and everybody.
Absolutely, and it wasn't. You know, like how it is now is much more I'm better than you type rap now. You know, then it was more, you know, more so friendly competition. You know, you saw everybody together at parties, hanging together, and all of that stuff. Now it's, you know, I'm better than you type music. So this is creating some type of, you know, thing between people. Yeah. On a regular basis. You know?
Right. They want to see you and they want to fight you. Right. Because it's like, oh, what did you mean when you said this? And it's like, what? Yeah. I wasn't even talking about you. You know, it's a
mood. Music is a mood, but I mean, it's really sensitive now.
Yeah.
It's really sensitive now.
Right. Because even when UTFO did Roxanne, and Roxanne did back with Roxanne's Revenge, it wasn't no animosity at all. Yeah. You know, and I just was like, what happened to that?
Yeah, well, you knew it was just friendly competition, and okay, let's have fun with this, you know?
Yeah, now it's like they want to fire shots when they see you, and it's like, wait, hold on.
Rap beef became really, really serious. Once people started dying, you know?
Yeah, it became definitely out of hand. Like, come on, this just... Do y'all not know the history of rap and where it came from? Yeah. And, you know, like even when the first female group, the Sequence with Anthony Stone, with her, and it was like, oh wow, you know, when I first heard her, I was like, whoa, this is dope. Then, you know, women are doing this, and you know, a lot of people don't know that Anthony Stone was a rapper, and he still came out rapping, and now, you know, she's. You know, went back, you know, she went to singing. But yeah, it was like to see women like that, it was just so dope. But that's where, even though you are older, you're not that old, but you know your history. Excuse me, and you came out with your own, you know, you carved your own niche, and you created your own sound and your own thing, and you out here doing your own. You're not worrying about what's going on, and I just, you know, I absolutely love it because it reminds me of that era. It takes me back to that era where it was about lyrics
and having fun. You know, music was fun for me.
Right,
hip hop was fun for me. I remember listening to Mr. Magic. My brother and them had this big radio. They propped it up. My mother was gone for the day, and at this time we didn't live in a house. We lived in apartment building. We was on the top floor, apartment 3B, and the door was wide open because we always did that. We left the door wide open. We put the radio to the window, you know, because we got to fill the whole block up with what we listening to. And Mr. Magic was playing Inspector Gadget. And when I heard that record, I was like, oh, you know, because now the music started, the rap started changing, you know, people getting a little bit more creative with rap. So it was like, hearing that record, it was like, oh, wait, hold up, they using an Inspector Gadget song, you know, it was fun. It was like, oh, this is cool, I like that. You know,
using something that you're, you know, something you're familiar with.
Yeah.
And doing their own thing with it.
Yeah, so, you know, from that point on, I was like, oh, this is, you know, and then just the music progressing, listening to the music, everything was just so fun. You got Jungle Brothers, I'll House You, you know, the music was just fun. El Segundo from a Tribe Called Quest. Right. Like, okay, you can have fun with music.
Right.
You know?
And it wasn't deemed as corny or whack. It was in.
I mean, now you listen to some songs now.
Yeah, you be like, oh, that ain't gonna go over right now, but at the time, it was something. But you be like, okay,
you like, all right,
yeah, that ain't gonna work right now. That
might have went too far.
It worked for that minute,
for that time,
but right now it's like, you know, you have to be like timeless people like Big Daddy Kane and
oh man, yeah, absolutely.
Fresh,
he's still doing his thing.
Yeah,
you know, they're still doing their thing.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, they're gonna be at JPAC, I believe. Yeah.
So you know, and that's pretty cool to see. You know, it's unfortunate that in our genre, you know, people get the whole stigma of being too old to rap. I think the older you get, the better you get. It's like with anything.
Yeah.
You know, the better you get. So it's just a matter of, I think, adjusting to the times, but still keeping yourself, you know, in it. You know.
Yeah, because I think like a lot of people, I've heard people say, "Oh, Jay-Z's too old to be rapping," but
but
I don't think so either. I think he's doing
what he should be doing.
He's
right now.
Yeah, because I think his music to me is it's just timeless.
Absolutely.
And he's what he does and the way that he does it is ingenious, and I think he's a very he's a very smart businessman.
Absolutely.
I admire him and what he does.
I do too.
I've always, from Reasonable Doubts, you know, I've always been a fan.
Yeah.
And I think he's
Same.
the way he maneuvers through the industry is just like genius. He's very smart. He owns what he does. He controls
it. He knew exactly what he wanted to do and what he was doing in every situation. He just knew, you know? Like you know yourself. You may be a part of different situations, but you know yourself where you're headed. Right. At least you should. Right. You know, at least you should. And I think he always knew, you know, what he wanted to do, where he was going.
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
Where do I want to go? Oh man, far. I want to go far. You know, I love entertaining. I love the arts. I love performing. You know, of course, music is my first love, and music opened the doors for me. You know, to be able to be acting and be in the series. Vish Merrick, which is on Amazon Prime, which is pretty dope. You know, it's been a long time.
It's on my watch list. I have to get to watching it.
It's been some time.
But I seen clips of you, and I was like, oh wow! Yeah. I be like, go ahead, girl. You would be doing. I'm just like, what? Yeah. When I see you in the clips, I was like, wow, this is really impressive. I'm super proud of you. Super proud of you. I've been following you for years now, so I'm just to see your growth. You know, from performing at that little club, and then now you're like on Amazon Prime, and you know, in the web series, and you still doing your music and your Reverb Nation, and all your songs is on there. And I'm like, wow, when I was really impressed. Like, you know, not to say that I wasn't going to be impressed, but I listened to around 5 songs, and I was not disappointed in none of them because it's like. You brought that era back that I was so in love with. It's just like, you know, like, wow, your style of music is just, it brings me back there. So it just makes me have a deep respect for what you do. Yeah. The purpose is to make other people feel good. Right. You know, and hope they love what I'm producing. So that makes me feel good. Yeah. Who does your music?
I work with different producers. This one project that I'm gonna be releasing, Drazilla produced.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he produced the whole project, so that project is pretty dope. And then this next project that I'm working with a producer. I can't pronounce his name for the life of me. It's bad. But he's a producer from Germany, and it's totally different. This is like really dance music, you know, popish, it's dance, it's house, it's all of that. So I'm excited about that. I got a little singing going on. I don't sing, but I auto-tuned.
Hello, no, nothing wrong with that.
I auto-tuned.
But it's excuse me, creating that basket.
Absolutely.
Creating that basket, and that's what it's about, to create that basket so you can be like,
yeah.
oh, I want a banana, I want an apple, I want and you're bringing all of that, because listening to your music, I'm like, whoa, this is hot, this is cool. You have like, when you get like gritty, and then you have the head, like, and I'm like, oh, she got something for everybody. And that's important. That's important. That's that era that started this whole thing. Is being diverse and reaching out to different audiences.
And I know I listen to different music for different reasons. You know?
Right, yeah, absolutely.
And like I said, it's a mood thing. So if I'm in a certain mood, I'm gonna listen to slow jams if that's what I want to listen to. I'm gonna listen to reggae, or I'm gonna listen,
house music.
House music. If I want to be dancing,
I may listen to some hardcore rap and be like,
and if I'm feeling some type of way, absolutely.
Right. So. Yeah, it's a mood. It's definitely a mood. Yeah.
So those records is just pretty records from a time where, to be honest, that project wasn't even something that I went in and recorded and said this was going to be for this. These are songs that I recorded here, I recorded there, I recorded there. Because this song, Shorty Wanna Ride, I was in a space at that time. Ride With Me, I was in a space at that time. And for some reason, it just meshed. It just made sense to bring them all together and, put out a project. And I think it was a bit premature at the time that I put it out. I just felt that people were waiting for something from me. But it was premature. So, I put it out. It did pretty well as far as sales is concerned. But I was like, you know what? Let me pull this project back. Because I don't think everybody was actually really ready for it, So I pulled it back, got it remastered, and I'm getting ready to re-release it again before I release the next project. And I'm doing a live album. So I'm most excited about that.
Really?
Because I love performing with a live band. I love performance. I was like, I gotta put this in live. So I'm working on a live album.
You put together a band?
Yes.
Oh my God! I'm
When
so
I perform, when I perform, that's what I do. I perform with a live band.
I gotta come to your performance, because every time you have a performance, I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go. This song come up, and I'll be like, but I gotta come out.
Yeah, it's an experience. It's fun.
Oh, I'm so proud of you now. I'm like that. Not that I wasn't proud of you, but I'm just like a live band, because I love that.
It's the best feeling.
It is that feeling
to
so as an audience member, experience a live band is really something special in itself.
Absolutely.
So I know performing, that's a whole another animal in itself.
Man, it's a beast. It's just a whole new adrenaline that you don't feel. Performing with my tracks is one thing, I know it. But with the band, it's unpredictable.
You could go
as long as you want. You could
go anywhere. You could stop it here. Go here and come back here.
So
I know that's gonna be dope.
It's the best feeling. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Excited. That project I'm most excited about.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. I'm waiting. I'm like, get the live man. Cool the game. Okay, I just told my age.
It's all right. I know they are too.
Yeah, that kind of experience is something else. I could only imagine, because I love music. That a live band is just so awesome.
It's the best. Absolutely,
it is.
It's the best.
So you're gonna what the remastered project is coming out first.
That's coming out first.
And then another project.
And then another project. I have 4 projects right now. So I got music on deck. So right now what I'm working on, besides putting those projects, completing those as far as mixing and mastering is concerned, I'm working on the visuals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on the visuals. So that's where we at right now. And I'm excited about that because, things are transpiring. They're coming along really well,
You're full to your labor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what about Vish Merrick? Is it coming? Is there season 2?
We're waiting to hear what's going to happen for season 2.
Okay.
I got. You haven't watched it, so you gotta watch it. So
you
won't know what happened.
I gotta
at the end of the season, so you gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely on my watch list. Because there's so much that I have to watch, and then I don't have time to really watch. So I be trying to check everything off. Okay, now next is this, and next is that, and next is this, and next is that. So it's like, I definitely want to get to it. So
Vish Merrick. Vish Merrick, Merrick. You could catch it on Amazon Prime.
Right.
Full season, 10 episodes. I play Detective Smith. I'm part of a corrupt unit, you know, and I'm trying to stay the good one. So my partners is pretty much, you know, not good guys.
Right.
Not good guys.
And where can they find you on Instagram?
You can find me, Toni Steelz, everything. TONISTEELZ, everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, website, everything. Yeah. Absolutely.
Good.
And YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So you wanna freestyle? You wanna kick some?
I guess I can. Can I curse?
Yeah, you can curse. I mean, we're all adults. Adults is gonna be watching. I hope so.
Well, let's go.
You want a beat? You don't want a beat? Oh, what?
We don't have to turn on the track.
Acapulco. Go ahead.
Flames, yo, I spit those. Lames, though, I lose those. Pressing all these niggas because they thinking I'm a dumb hoe. Yeah, I'm on it. Run those. Boss, I keep them coming. All these dudes, I'm a son, though. Y'all don't really want it. Spitting corny bars, man. What y'all niggas talking? I hear them fly cars. When I see you, you be walking. Blunts rolled up. When you see me, we be sparking. Chilling in the cut. There's no need to be alone. This your favorite hood chick. Back on my hood shit. Niggas got it twisted because they thought I was on the cute shit. Something.
Yes.
My mouth is dirty, so I didn't want to
listen.
So I'm all about these chicken.
No. It's not. It's about.
And shouts to you. This is dope.
Yeah.
This is really, really dope.
Thank you.
We gotta do something. We can't just put you on YouTube, girl. We gotta take this off of YouTube.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll talk. Yeah. But this has been like really amazing. Just watching you, and like I said, I saw you on Vish Merrick, and I was like, oh my God! So I had to, when I see it, I was like, all right, I gotta add this on to, because I have Amazon Prime. I was like, okay, I gotta add this to my watch list. So so my watch list to definitely watch with, shout out to Jermaine.
Shout out to
Jermaine Smith. Yeah,
Jermaine Smith every day.
Every day. He's been, at this for a long time. He had his, I remember,
go back. That's my 4th grade buddy.
Yeah?
Go back to the 4th grade.
Wow, yeah. So I remember when I saw his play like 3 times. I saw that 3 times. And it was really, really, really good.
Yeah. And, I directed A Piece of Me for a little while.
Oh, nice.
The first couple of shows, I directed those. So I'm glad I was able to be a part of that. He's been a part of my career as well,
Yeah.
He's
very supportive of you.
Yeah.
Y'all be
we started together. We started in this, business together. So
he's been very he's been really very supportive to you. And I didn't know that you were knew each other since the 4th grade.
We go back.
Nice. That is really nice.
Fight like brother and sister back.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, do the bug. He was like, did you really say that?
Yeah, I know. But it was I like to see people, and I like to see people grow, and you see them here, and from point A, not that they start from the beginning, but when you see them there, and then you see them all the way down the road, and you're like, wow, doing their thing, and people, hustling and grinding. So this grind isn't easy, but
it's not easy.
It's worth it at times,
and you definitely have to love it.
Yeah,
you have to love it. You know, you have to love it. You have to have some type of enjoyment to keep going,
right?
Because it can definitely deter you. It can, the industry itself. The industry just the whole vibe of, everything can really turn you off. So you gotta really love it.
That's why I got out of rapping, because it was just like, at the time, my skin wasn't tough enough for that industry. And I knew it. And I said I had to get out, because I think I was a little too sensitive. Because, a lot of stuff that was happening, I was like, why? What's going on? And I was like, nah, this is not for me.
Yeah, it's hard, though. It's hard, It's hard. That's one of the reasons why I don't pay attention to what everybody else is doing, because once you consume yourself with all of that, it becomes, like, oh, you could get discouraged from it,
Right.
But, I don't know. I'm here.
Right.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm still here. Thank God,
Yeah.
I'm still here. I don't know where I'm gonna be tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I can predict and say this is what I want, this is what I want to do, but I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So I live every day, right here. I'm right here in the moment right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're a hairdresser?
I'm a hairdresser. I was telling your daughter, I ran here because I was late. I work at a salon in the city, cutting hair for the other persuasion. And sometimes these kids are not disciplined. Today was one hell of a day.
Really?
I'm like, it's Palm Sunday.
Right.
What's wrong with you demons?
Right. Really? You cut kids hair?
Yeah, I cut kids hair. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I do hair, but kids hair is, I make good money. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could only imagine. I
was like, today of all days, I was like, I want to get here early because I wanted to, have your daughter do my makeup and so I could be nice for the camera and stuff.
Right. Don't worry, you still look good. You still look good.
I was like, today of all days, of course, that would happen.
When is your next performance?
My next performance is the 31st. Oh my God, that's next week. Right? This is the end of the month already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 31st at Pearl Studios.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I open up this show every month for this company, Steelz Enterprises. So I open up the show for them. It's like a variety show. They have a lot of different artists come out and perform. And they scout artists and they do like a big, I want to say concert that we're doing in Philly in June, I think, June or July. So they take all these artists with them. It's for a television show that they're recording. Almost like America's Got Talent, American Idol, sort of like that. So
is it just singers, rappers, or is it just a variety of?
It's a variety.
Oh, nice.
It's a variety show. So I open up the show for them every month. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You by performing?
By performing, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. By performing, yep. Yes, I'm a paid artist. Yay! I get paid. People book me to perform.
Good.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Good.
Yeah.
You get to do what you love.
Yeah.
And make some coins.
Make some coins.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. That's very important.
Absolutely.
It is. When you got to that point, you kind of like all right, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Somebody's recognizing me. Yeah, I'm almost there.
So that's exciting. That's always exciting.
Yeah.
Always exciting. I do a lot of colleges and stuff, in New Jersey, here in New York. So, I perform a lot.
So when you do the colleges, let me ask you something. So when you do colleges, do they let you curse or do they tell you, do they censor you?
Not at night.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, not at night. But like if we're doing a conference, if I'm, speaking or something, there's no cursing.
Right.
No curse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But not the shows at night.
Good. Okay. Excuse me. I'm about to fix you some food, girl.
Oh, I'm about to eat because I like to eat. I like to eat. And I'll be talking with my mouth full. I'm going to have to do you a drop. I'm going to need a drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is cool. This is a great idea. Dope show.
Yep. So would you rather be? How long you been doing hair?
Oh my goodness. Professionally?
Yeah.
Professionally, I've been doing hair for, I want to say, 2006, I got my license.
Oh.
Yeah.
12 years? Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah. That's when I got my license, but in black families.
Yeah, you've been actually doing
yeah.
You've just been doing it
for some time,
Yeah.
for some money. Because
Right.
before I was working for free.
Yeah.
Doing everybody's hair.
Yeah. Getting your practice on.
Getting my practice on. Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tear this up.
Normally I would eat.
Can I dig in?
Yes, normally
okay.
I would eat, but I'm like stuffed right now. I had some stuff earlier.
I'll eat for you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. I eat.
Yes.
Girl.
Do you prefer acting or music?
Oh my God, that's such a hard question. Acting.
Really? Oh my God, I would have never thought you would say acting.
I love the challenge. I feel like I've been doing music so long that it doesn't really challenge me. You know?
Oh yeah, because when you're acting, you have to display different emotions at different times,
and it's challenging. And that's one place where intimidation comes in for me. You know, because although I'm good, I know I'm good. A lot of people know, say that I'm good, but of course you got the actors that are way better, and I look at them and I'm like, oh my God,
that's seasoned, and you just you fresh out the pack, they already seasoned and doing their thing.
So I get a little intimidated, and it's challenging,
right?
And I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
There's nothing wrong with challenging yourself and pushing yourself and doing different things
and I like it. So I would say acting. That's my answer now. If you would have asked me that then, of course it would have been music.
Yeah. Because when you said that answer, I was like, no, for real.
I love music.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love music.
How's the chicken? How's the food?
It's good. I'm over here like,
yeah.
You see me like this.
Yeah. I would have never thought you would say acting.
Yeah.
What would you like to do as far as acting? What would you like to?
I like drama. I like romance. I would like to do action flicks, but I feel like I'm goofy running. Like I feel like I look stupid running. So that would be a lot of work for me. That would be a lot of work for me, and they would have to really tame these things down.
Right? Yeah, take them down, bind them down, and
just excuse me, just a bounce for me now. It's like, oof, that hurt.
Yeah.
I like action flicks, but I don't know. I don't think that's for me.
Okay.
You know?
What role would you like to play?
I like drama. I like drama. I like horrors. I would love to do a horror film.
Really?
I would love to do a horror film.
Wow.
Comedies, But a specific role, I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay.
I'm gonna get back to you on that.
Okay. If you could do a music collaboration with anybody, who would it be?
A music collaboration. Missy.
Ooh.
Buster. And Buster fronting on me. Buster fronting on me.
Trevor, come on, man.
Music collaborations. Pharrell.
Yeah.
I would love to make music with Pharrell. Jay-Z, of course.
Yeah.
I'm naming nothing but rappers, right? That's what rappers do.
Yeah, I think a Missy project would be dope.
Missy would be dope. I would love to do something with Eve. I get a lot of comparisons to her.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I get a lot of comparisons to her. I would love to do something with her.
She needs to come back.
She do. She was dope. She was dope.
Yeah, I forgot about, until you mentioned her, I just, she had just, I forgot about her momentarily. But yeah, her and the Missy definitely, they added to that basket.
Yeah.
They had their own style.
I gotta say Fab too, because Fab, I rocks with Fab. So I gotta say Fab. That's what I do. And I have a record that I've been reaching out to his people to get him on the hook. Because actually, the line from one of his songs is my hook.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be dope if he could, jump on it. So we've been harassing his people for a minute.
Good.
For a minute now. Hopefully that comes through.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully something will work out.
Yeah. I'm excited though.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited for that live
album.
Yes.
Me too.
That sounds dope.
Me too.
I'm excited for it.
That was the idea. Like when I perform, it's like the way people
perceive you.
Yeah. And it gets me in different doors. I'm performing in Sugar Bar, performing in places a lot of rappers don't get to perform at.
Yeah.
You know? So it's pretty dope.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's exciting. It's exciting.
Well, we're gonna speak this into fruition. Come on, Missy Elliott.
That's right. Let's
come
go,
on,
Missy.
Busta and Fab. Come on, y'all. Y'all, come on. Get on board now.
Busta, we so close too.
Right.
So close. We so close. Yeah.
But I was listening to oh my God, I forgot the song I was listening to of his the other day, and I was like, yo, he is so dope.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a rapper.
Have you heard that Girlfriend record? His newest record? It was a really, really dope record. It's unfortunate that now music is so come and go.
Yeah.
You know, it's so come and go. It's unfortunate because this was a really good record. It's like classic, classic Busta.
But you know what? They don't give like the rappers that came from that came before the rappers that are now. I don't want to say old school rappers because I don't believe in old school. You know, he just like I consider him one of the pioneers of his era.
Yeah.
So. You know,
absolutely.
They don't give them enough credit.
It's true.
His just due. Like, he is amazing as far as a rapper. He really is.
It's true. He held down him, Jay-Z, Nas, like, they held down a few summers. A few summers. Like, and this is the thing, what's happening right now in this world is, like, people erase people's history too quick.
Yeah.
Because all people see is right now.
Right.
But there's a trail that led up to this.
Right.
You can't just diminish people's history.
You can't.
You can't just take that away from them.
Yeah.
For real.
And it's being done. Excuse me.
Absolutely.
Because I was talking to my boyfriend and he said, about time these kids that's little, that by the time they get grown, Michael Jackson is gonna be white. They're gonna say he was white. He was white.
The whole history. That's what they did to us.
Yeah, and it's sad. It's
thank goodness we woke enough now.
Right.
to be like, no.
Right.
Don't even listen to that.
Yeah, we have to tell the next generation that listen.
Yeah.
Don't let them try to fool you.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob already told us.
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah, that's right. Right.
He tried to tell us, yo.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
So we definitely have to make sure that we telling the next generation that teaching them about the history of music, everything. Music.
Yeah.
The whole history, movement, our ancestors. We have to honor them by teaching the next generation.
Yeah.
Excuse me, because there's such a disconnect now that they don't even know, these kids don't even know a lot about history and the civil rights movement and all the stuff that happened in that era, civil rights era.
I think even in the history books, it's not even in the history books anymore, right?
Right, it's not. I saw this video that was going around Facebook of this for Vice. This young man was interviewing this older man, and he was telling him how after slavery that they weren't allowed to leave, and they had them working their land still and wouldn't let them leave, and he said they was just doing to my mother whatever they wanted to do, and that if the ones that did leave, they will find you, bring you back and kill you. And he said that he didn't know that there was a whole civil rights movement at the time that they were starting. He didn't know nothing about that because where he was in the South, he didn't hear about none of that. They were just being still held captive as post-slavery era slaves. They still was being enslaved, making them work the land and everything. Yeah, and the young man I was interviewing him was like this breaks my heart. He started getting choked up about it, and that was just so sad that there's a lot of stories out there, but we have to be willing to listen to them and allow the older people, the elders to speak. And give them the floor to speak. And the respect to listen to what they have to say. But
they have to want to talk to us too. You know, like they have to want to talk to us too, and not.
But we don't make it easy for them to talk to us.
It's true.
We don't.
But take it back to the old school. You got to beat somebody's ass, you know, for them to listen. That's what you got to do. It worked for us.
Right.
I mean, as much as we rebelled, but you know, we still carry those core traditions with us. You know?
We did. Because when we seen our elders, we
straighten
up. We stood up like, no, I ain't doing that.
Kids size you up now. Like what? You like, wait, whoa, hold up now.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I fight kids. Like, you be like, listen.
I tell you, them kids today, I was like, I just look. You better sit your ass down.
Right. Well, I sit you down.
But yeah, they size you up now. But I'm like, God, they not even. There's a lack of respect.
Total lack of respect.
It's a lack of respect. And I'm like, God, how did that happen? What happened? What did we do? Or what did we not do? What's, you know?
I think we were so busy trying to make a living that we dropped the ball on a lot of different things.
My mother blamed it on everybody want to be friends with their kids. That's all I want to say. You want to be friends with your kids. This is what happened. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I
I think it depends. You know?
Right.
I think as long as they know who you are, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know. I think it depends.
Yeah, it's there's some sort of disconnect that led to like disrespect. Because now, like you said, kids size you up. I'll be like, yo, I'm not in the mood. Like, come on now. Yeah. After, you know, and especially for me, after I've raised my children already, it's like, yo, I'm telling you,
absolutely, I know.
You would get something that I missed giving them at some. You know, I'll be like, all right, let them slide. I can give that all to you right now if you try me.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. I personally believe, and people out there don't kill me. You might agree with me. You might not agree with me. But I personally believe it has a lot to do with rap music. I do. Because rap music is the thing. Rap music is everywhere. Everybody listens to rap music. And the mood in rap music right now is, you know,
sex and drugs.
And I'm better than you. And I'm, you know, it's
arrogance.
It's arrogance. So kids at 13, you know, got flyers kicks on. I'm better than you. You know what I mean? It's a mood. It's an attitude that people take on. And rap music got a lot to do with it. Rap people don't want to accept it, but it's true. Rap music has a lot to do with it.
I have to agree with you looking at it from that perspective.
Because everybody wants to be a rapper. You got old white people in commercials rapping. Everybody wants to be a rapper now. That's the thing now. You know? And it's creating the mood. That's the go-to. That's what people go to get their feel, to get their fly, to get their high, to get their swag. People are listening to rap.
And they're not. And the thing about it is they're not putting out stuff in a positive manner.
Right. It's not variety. Because you can have, you know, I want to listen to my swag. I listen to trap.
Right.
I get up in the morning sometimes and I be feeling the type of way. Like, you know, like me and my dog in the crib.
Right.
You know, so, but it's just a matter of variety. Give us, you know, you got the kid who's not a thug, who's not a gangster, who don't be out in the street, who don't smoke weed, but he's out there smoking weed, he's in the street, he's being a thug, he's being a gangster because, you know,
he's hearing it in his ears all day.
Everybody's doing it, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you need the variety to just let people see that they can be themselves. You know, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. It's okay to say no. It's okay to chill. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be weird. Right. You know? Now, that's another thing. Everybody's weirdos now.
Right.
That's a cool thing. Right. You know, so it's a trendy world. Everything is trending in this world. You know, everything is trending in this world. So everybody's being everything and everybody.
Except themselves. And there you have it.
Yep.
Talking with your mouth full.
My mouth is full. I'm spitting.
And we have solve world issues. Over food and music. Yes. So I am Brooklyn Chef Danielle, and this is
Toni Steelz.
Yes. Toni Steelz on the ones and twos.
Yes.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, she is doing big things. Brooklyn girls stand up.
Yes.
And I am fortunate to see her from years ago to now, and all the projects she's been in, and all the things she's done and she's continuing to do. And I may God continue to bless you. Mm-hmm. Maybe he make everything come into fruition. And I'm gonna be at the show. I'm gonna be in the front row, girl. At that live performance, I definitely want to
do it up real big. You're gonna have Chef Danielle Moore up in there, just cooking up some food. You know, we're gonna do some big things.
Yeah,
Absolutely. We're gonna do some big things.
Yes. So talking with your mouth full. Thank you so much for tuning in.